Hello students, let us continue lesson number 11 and the next topic is classification of plains. Classification of plains on the basis of construction, plains can be classified as number 1 coastal plain or structural plain, number 2 erosional plain, number 3 depositional plain. Number 1 coastal plains. Such plains are mainly formed near the seashore when the end of the continental part of land near seashore is uplifted due to the geological movement. These plains are formed. Such plains are known as structural plains. This type of plain are often found in the coastal region. Plain situated in the southeastern part of United States of America spreads up to the Gulf of Mexico. It is an example of coastal plain. Erosion which occurs in the bottom of land creates such plains. Plain in the center of Australia is formed in the same manner. Number 2. Erosional plain. Process of erosion goes on continuously on the surface of the earth over the long run of time. Such plains are formed due to the erosion which occurs in the mountain and plateau because of natural factors like river, wind and glaciers. These types of plains are not completely flat, but they are seen between hills of solid rocks. Plains of Canada and western Siberia are formed because of erosion. Plains built by erosion are also called Panay plains. Now number 3 is depositional plain. This type of plain is formed because of alluvium deposited by rivers, glaciers, winds, etc. in lake or seas. Such plains are called depositional plain and also called riverine plain. River plains of Ganga Yamuna in India, Huanggo plain in North China, Lombardy plain formed by Po River in Italy are the unique example of alluvial plains. When plains are formed with the deposition of alluvium in the lakes, then they are called lake fields. Kashmiri Valley is an example of lake field in India. Now next topic is importance of plains. Places of human habitation and trade commerce are established in the fertile plains. Flat plains have proved more useful for road route and railroad. Cities having dense population are situated in the plains. Fertile land is more useful for farm production. Farm produce supplies raw material for the industries. Now, next is bay. A bay is a partial part of the water body of an ocean. It looks like a large open lake around a landmass. The Bay of Bengal in India is the best example of it. Next is Gulf. A water mass which is surrounded by land mass on its three sides is called Gulf. Example, the Gulf of Khambhat and the Gulf of Kutch. Next is cap. A cap is a perpendicular end of the land extended into the water body of an ocean. Example, Cap Comorin, Kanyakumari of India and Cape of Good Hope of Africa. Next is island. The landmass which is surrounded by water from all sides is known as island. Example, Lakshadweep and Andaman and Nicobar Island. Next is valley. A valley is the low-lying region situated within the mountain ranges. Valleys are formed at the time of the formation of fold and block mountains as well as due to the erosion of rivers and glaciers. Example, the Kashmir Valley in India. Next is strait. A narrow piece of sea that joins two larger water area is called strait. For example, Palk Strait between India and Sri Lanka. Next is isthmus. A narrow piece of land which separates two water areas is called isthmus. Example, Panama between North and South America. The next is peninsular. A piece of land which is surrounded by sea from three sides and connected with land on one is called peninsular. Example, South India, Saurashtra. Now, student, I hope you understood this lesson. Thank you.